everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. I'm Krickner. Let's continue. Last episode, we saved the pigeon guy and Professor Cabanela. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna talk with them a little bit about his revenge. That guy mentioned revenge. Revenge against the people who stole his life away 10 years ago.
He's a fool. He's a fool. He's the one who made the decision to take that little girl hostage, and he wound up dead. He only has himself to blame.
What about when he said this?
I was murdered by all of you. Detective Jout, who forced me into a corner. Linda girl was playing in the park. And finally you, Inspector Cabanela. If you hadn't done what you did, I never would have pointed a gun at that kid.
Yes. 10 years ago, on that day, the Special Investigation Unit was working on a certain big case. We hauled in a young man and appointed witness to our investigation, and then I did it. I made 2 very stupid mistakes.
Detective, I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it.
Fine, fine. You're under no obligation to talk, of course, but if you don't, the Special Investigation Unit can make the rest of your life a living hell.
But I'd
just been assigned to the Special Investigation Unit, you see. They didn't share much info on the big case with a newbie like me yet, and I wanted to impress them. It was only supposed to be a simple matter of taking his statement. But I was too green. I pushed him too hard. I drove him into a corner and made him lose all hope. That was my first mistake. And then I made another mistake on top of that.
Cabanela, good a minute. The chief wants to see about your report.
Got it. I'll be right there. You stay right here and be a good boy now. That's when I did it. I left it behind in the interrogation room. My gun.
How could you?
He used my gun to escape. What he said is true. If I hadn't made that mistake, he never would have had a gun to point at Lynn in the first place. Oh wow. We first found out about the manipulator's existence during a certain overseas communication. Overseas communication? For national security purposes, this country keeps tabs on the communications networks. The particular communication was about making a deal with a certain foreign country.
He said he wanted
them to buy him and his powers. That's how we first heard about him, of course. We didn't know what he looked like at the time, and in order to prove these powers of his, he gave them 2 predictions. He foresaw 2 completely preposterous, impossible cases. The case of a man who would sing national secrets during a live rock concert broadcast, and the case of a man who would take the chief commissioner hostage in his own office. Those 2 inmates at the special prison, eh? We kept tabs on their communication and launched an investigation, and then finally we pinpointed where they were going to meet tonight and staked it out. The restaurant, the chicken kitchen. The manipulator plans on leaving this country tonight on our submarine that belongs to the other country in this deal. Submarine? But we haven't been able to find out where it's going to surface. It's terrifying to know what would happen if his powers were to fall into their hands.
Right. Highly likely they'd use it for peaceful purposes.
And now they have that little girl as a hostage. Camilla. We have to stop him before he leaves the country. The spotlight records of yours. Is it really that important to you? Of course, baby. In some ways it's more important to me than my life. Than your life, eh? After all, it's because of my record that I'm able to get my hands on all intel as head of the Special Investigation Unit. And because of my position, I get to direct all aspects of investigation into the manipulator case.
The manipulator case? That's why you care so much about your record?
Oh, of course. Why else, baby? I just never could believe it. Man. Jout, shooting Alma. I didn't care that he confessed. There was definitely something more to the story. Some secret. I did everything I could to climb the ladder. Everything in my power. And then I finally found the answer. It took 5 long years though. The manipulator. He's going to prove that Jowd is innocent. What incredible determination. There is one thing I just don't understand. If you were so determined to help Detective Jowd, why didn't you help him escape from prison? That's an easy one, baby. Escaping from prison is a crime. I wasn't about to help him commit a crime after spending 5 years trying to prove him innocent. And he himself asked to be executed, you know? As a man of the law, I had to make sure the execution was stopped illegally. And that's why I brought him before the Justice Minister too. I needed to buy as much time as I possibly could, baby. So that's it, eh? That's interesting. You look like such a dick. There's one little unfortunate result of all this. Then completely misunderstood your intentions. What's a little misunderstanding? My baby will come around and give it time. But there are more important things to do with our time tonight. I get the fuck out of this place. Mr. Superintendent, do you mind if I talk to you for a minute? I haven't always been a junkyard superintendent, you know. I used to be part of the police. The police, eh? Not as a detective, but as a medical examiner. I investigated victims' cause of death. 10 years ago, I was asked to autopsy a strange corpse, hit by a meteorite fragment and died instantly. That's what the police report said. There was no signs of life. He was definitely dead, but I never filed an autopsy report. That's because the corpse suddenly vanished, leaving behind only one clue. An unusual corpse. I bet that's what I've been chasing all night. Could you tell me more? Yeah, sure. I have an interest in you recovering your memory and finding your true identity, too. That's the only way I can describe it, too. It was an unusual corpse. He was dead, alright, no question about that. But there wasn't a scratch on him. No scratch, but I thought he was hit by a meteorite fragment. I don't understand it any more than you do. That's miracles. I was completely bewildered, but when I tried to autopsy him, I was even more puzzled. I couldn't perform the autopsy. You couldn't? What do you mean? The scalpel went in, but I couldn't cut. As soon as I tried to make an incision, it would heal up in the very next instant. And that's how it went. And no scarring or blood either. What the f... He was... And I never had the chance to solve the mystery. That's because the corpse up and vanished on us. The morgue was well guarded. Nobody could have stolen that body. But there's one way the corpse could have disappeared. What's that? Stood up and left. Got up and opened the door and walked out on his own. What? He was dead, but he wasn't dead. We saw with our own eyes tonight. Not even an explosion could kill him. And he didn't even feel it when he slammed his fist on that stove. The corpse left behind some data for some testing I did. I got some readings for some kind of radiation coming out that body. Radiation? I used all kinds of instruments, but I couldn't determine exactly what kind of radiation it was. Some undiscovered type from a world unknown. Wait a minute, could it be? That's right, it was coming from the meteorite fragment. I went to the park and tested the spot where the meteorite fell. And as I expected, I detected radiation coming from that crater. It was the exact same pattern of radiation as that of the corpse. At the time, I thought he was some kind of immortal being. He would die only to come back to life. I wanted to research it all in depth, so I quit my job as a police medical examiner. Several years later, I came to learn the connection between my research and the manipulated case.
thanks to the arrival of this crazy character here.
Oh, stop now, Professor. Do you want to see me blush?
It was about a year ago, I'd say. The man in white came dancing into my research lab here.
How did he fund all of that? I heard there was an oddball here who was researching Temsic. Is that you, baby?
Who are you to be calling anybody an oddball?
I was investigating the manipulator case then, and then I heard there was a man who'd quit the police force to study the meteorite. When I heard that, it was like a meteorite had struck me on the head. At the time, we were just starting to get leads on this manipulator. We didn't know who he was yet, but we knew he was communicating with a certain foreign country. In one of those communications, we heard the manipulator say this: "The source of my power is not of this world." And that's when I put 2 and 2 together, baby. The manipulator case and Temsic were somehow connected.
Which also explained how 5 years ago, he used his powers to manipulate a birthday surprise a little girl made for her mother.
He added that gun to the contraption, most likely by controlling Camilla. That's pretty rough. That guy sounds like a dick. So that contraption in the basement here, he built it to try and help Detective Jowd?
That's right. Jowd and I worked together back when I was with the Force. I used the reports of this case to try and recreate the device, but there was just one part of it that I couldn't reproduce, no matter how hard I tried.
Camilla told Jowd it did something he shouldn't have, made an impulsive move.
I added a part to this device I created. I put in a part that would allow Cupid to rotate, otherwise the gun wouldn't fire.
That must have mean somebody manipulated Camilla's contraption.
As a result,
we proved to ourselves that the manipulator actually existed. Inspector Carbonara! Hey, baby. Sorry about the phone call. Must have sounded like a real villain. I hate to spoil your image of me. Of that cool cat inspector you always looked up to. Is that really the image you had of him? Inspector Cabanella, I'm sorry. I just heard you were chasing after that man all this time and trying to help Detective Jowd. This manipulator is such a dangerous character. I was hoping you didn't have to be involved. So that's why you had me arrested tonight, isn't it? Like I always say, if somebody's in the way, throw him in the slammer. Yikes. Tonight. I really thought we finally had him. But my body gave out on me right at the critical moment. It's like a cruel joke. Ha 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 ha! Well, a joke is a joke! You might as well laugh. Jowd!
The minutes are called off the execution order. And while he was at it, he let Detective Jowd go free until tomorrow morning, too.
That's a pretty extreme while he was at it.
Sorry it took so long to get here. You can leave the rest to me. There you go again. You've always been like that. You make everybody else run around, and then you swoop in at the last second.
Jowd. 5 years ago, you left this code with me just before you turned yourself in. Promise to get back to you one day.
Oh, he's getting on the jacket, boys.
Yes!
Looks kind of stupid.
You've been waiting so long, Jowd. Waiting for this day to come.
Thanks for not giving up on me, Lynn. Okay, I'm off then. Good luck, my old friend. This present you gave me is just what I needed. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Is that a watch?
Sizzle, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You and I have to go find that man. I need your help. Will you do this with me? Sure, but how? We don't know where the submarine is and the phone line doesn't work. They use communication cables to make their calls. We'll get you hooked up somehow, you'll see. Would you ready until we do, please? Okay, fine. Counting on you.
His true self you're looking for. I bet you'll find it soon. Alright, I'm leaving, Inspector Carbonara.
It's almost dawn. I'm not who I thought I was. I'm actually further away knowing from who I am than ever. Now, I don't feel so alone. Each one of us, for his or her own reasons, is looking for the truth. Together, I think we can shed light on these mysteries and drive away the darkness. But, it's almost dawn. It's almost dawn. We're about to get fucking screwed. About to disappear into a hellhole of basin. Chapter 16. Lynn kept her promise about getting me hooked up. About 2 hours before dawn, the phone rang. Where the fuck is Carbonara? He's at the hospital or something?
Hello? Hello?
This is Jowd. Sizzle, are you listening? We need your powers. No time to talk. We were waiting for you.
Oh. Nice. Okay.
Well, you better get going. This long night is drawing to an end.
Yeah, looks like it. Thank you for all your help tonight.
I'm the one who should be thanking you.
At the other end of the phone line, I'm finally going to find all my answers. Better go. A single telephone line connects me and the other Sizzle, but that single line spreads out like a spider's web and snares the fates of many people. And I just reached the center of the web. Fuck, man. Welcome to the Your Life, Detective Jowd. Oh.
My detective sense must have gone rusty. I didn't even sense your presence here in the dark.
That's because I switched the power to my mask off, Detective Jowd.
I used your phone. Hope you don't mind.
Hey, yeah, never thought you'd track us here, especially seeing as you're a death row inmate.
I'm equally surprised about your choice of transportation. A submarine, eh?
But how did you find us, my man? Not even the police knew where the Yono was going to surface. Confound it.
We detectives have a little saying, if there's something you want to know about the case, ask the criminals.
The bullet the man Red was shot.
The bullet the man in red was shot with had a radio transmitter in it. I have a little something for you. Cabanela has given me some pretty weird presents in the past. They always prove useful. This one was a radio receiver made to look like a pocket watch.
Yes, Inspector Carbonara. I hear he's an excellent investigator.
By the way, where is the man in red? I know he's on a submarine somewhere.
Ah, Sizzle, you mean?
Oh, hello.
You!
You can relax. That's nothing but his shell.
His shell, eh?
His spirit isn't here right now. Most likely, right about now, he's controlling your daughter.
Please, I beg of you, let my daughter go. If you need a hostage, take me. Just please, let her go.
Bah! There's something our nation needs. Sizzle has it. That's all we care about. My man, nothing else matters. However, it would appear Sizzle has underestimated us. He's left behind his precious bargaining chip here.
Bargaining chip?
Our nation has already researched it. This product that Sizzle has to offer, the source of his powers.
Oh, they're gonna take the meteorite from him, aren't they? They are.
What? What in the world was that?
The Danzig fragment had given spirits special powers. And now our deal with Sizzle is concluded, as far as we're concerned.
What are you talking about?
What a mistake to make! Right in the most critical moment. Now then, Detective Jowd. Farewell.
Good dunk. Hey, my man. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna die now.
What in the world? The whole room just vanished. Detective Jowd, where'd he go?
What? What?
What now? I think I heard an explosion somewhere. In any case, Lynn and the little ladies should be here somewhere. This will danger. Better find them fast. This missile? So, you're here, huh?
It's Missile!
Yes, I think I remember who you are by now. What do you suppose that Chuck was a minute ago?
I have no idea, of course. I'm just a little sheltered apartment dog.
Well, with my lost memory, I can't say how much better.
Anyway, let's hurry and game up. And go save Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla.
You think the trusty noses of yours can sniff them out?
I'm sorry to say, I don't think I can.
I didn't even bother to ask. But you do have powers to swap objects, so let's go find the lady detective and the little lady together.
Got it! Wow! And it's Miss Camilla! I must just know what Patricia Nelson's particularly screaming at me.
I think you call it more of a hunch. Anyway, let's get to the phone before it stops ringing.
You bet!
Love the music right now. Oh, Sizzle is stuck, so we're gonna use Missile.
Hello, Miss Camilla? Oh! It's no use! The black hello just doesn't like me!
Just create a path for me, Missile. I'll come right over.
Oh!
For no reason. Oh. There we go, we swap that. I want to swap, not... Oh, they're like this. Got it. It's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Oh. I think I just heard another little explosion in the distance. I have a bad feeling about this.
Just a look! That black hello came with the hook!
Uh-oh, better answer it fast. But you can do it too, right?
Hello, Miss Camilla, Miss Camilla!
What is it, Missile?
Oh, Sizzle, hurry, hurry!
Hey, I'm coming. So, Missile can't use it? What?
Hello, is anybody there?
It's her, the little lady. It's Sizzle, where are you?
Somebody please answer.
Guess you can't hear my voice.
You two, how good I thought you was ignoring me.
Somebody help me. Lynn is...
She said Lynn.
Miss Lynn!
We better hurry.
Let's go, Sizzle. Whee.
Oh, she's drowned.
It's no use. Nobody's answering.
That's Lynn indeed.
Miss Camilla! And, Miss Lynn. Oh, poor Miss Lynn.
Yeah, she can't seem to catch a break. Looks like another tragedy has happened. Sorry to keep you waiting, little lady.
Susie, I knew you'd come. Miss Camilla, Miss Camilla!
And Missile, too. I'm so glad that you hear you're alright.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm alright exactly.
Hey, wait a minute. Missile, your voice. I think I remember hearing it somewhere before.
What? My voice?
That's right, Camilla had a core now, so that means she did hear Missile's voice before when he came save her at that time.
So was you, wasn't it, Missile? You're the one who saved me in the park tonight. Thank you.
Miss Camilla, I'm so glad I was born your little doggy.
Hey, Missile? Could you stay here and watch over your mistress for a while?
Huh? You don't need my powers?
See what I can do on my own for a while. After all, you're the only one who can protect her.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thank you, Missile.
Hello.
Ah, Cecil, you're here.
Lynn, what in the world happened here?
I don't know.
Huh?
I just sort of blacked out all of a sudden. Next thing I know, I was dead.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know. In that case,
Where's the job? Is he alright?
I don't know. Huh? The roomie was in just disappeared all of a sudden.
Now it's making even less sense than before. After we left the super's office, we followed after the men in red. We tracked him with the radio, transmitted Inspector Cabanela, fired into him with a bullet. The men in red took a boat out to sea from a small harbor at the edge of town. Dr. Jadna managed to secretly stow away on this boat. And when then we sneaked over the submarine with him when he surfaced. Before long, the submarine drove back down again. Detective Jad and I decided to split up. He would take care of the telephone line, and I would look for Camilla. I thought Camilla hiding inside the engine room. She had escaped and run away here.
Well, that's quite an adventure. What happened next?
I don't know.
Huh?
There was a flash of light all of a sudden. Next thing you know, I was dead.
Oh boy, sounds like I better quick see for myself. Okay, okay. Oh.
Camilla, are you okay?
Oh shit!
Camilla?
Hello, Lynn. Or is it detective now? It's been 10 years since you last met.
Are you really mad in the park 10 years ago?
Well, I see there's no need to introduce myself. Give Camilla back. She has nothing to do with any of this.
Afraid I can't do that. This is my last chance. The phone is ringing.
The phone is ringing.
It's not for me. Nobody ever calls the bed. The fact that you're here means that my revenge plan has failed.
Revenge.
Revenge plan? What didn't happen tonight, did it? His execution? Well, knowing him, I half expected as much. That's why I was waiting here like this, waiting for him to show up. One of the reasons that he wanted to be executed by his own daughter.
I heard about it 10 years ago. I feel sorry about what happened to you.
Revenge? Nobody could possibly know, but I... What in the world? An explosion? Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. Have I been had?
Look out!
Revenge, huh? That's a feeling I just can't understand.
Of course not. You're not him.
She's right, I'm not him, am I?
He was going to shoot Detective Jowd. That's Camilla when he came to rescue her. It's just too horrible.
Anyway, let's bring you back to life again.
You don't have to do it again, Pard.
I do. He always dies. I'm stuck. Stuck! Stuck! Yeah, let the time pass. There we go. I thought I could use it if the phone was calling someone.
What are you talking about? You just have to be off the hook first, silly. Well, don't look at me. I can do it. I don't have any hands or feet right now.
Someone, please answer the phone.
You want something done, you don't have to just sell. Oh, no, they're back! I got my mother, goddamn it! Hey, you're selling this next time receiver!
Someone managed? Who's to say that's not how I planned it?
Come on, hurry! Now she's trying to get on the phone. It might be Jowd.
Hello? Anybody there? If anybody's still there, get yourself here on the double. We're about to head out. Speak up! Why don't you answer? Anyway, if you're coming, we're leaving. So we must say what they say. There are restless ghosts on board. That does it. I promise to turn over a new leaf, Mom.
What's he calling restless ghosts?
Well, it's true neither one of us is really resting in peace.
Anyway, looks like the sub just swallows one of his crew.
Sizzle has underestimated us. He's left behind his person bargaining chip here.
Yeah, we can't have it happen now. How about this one? Evolve? Nothing. What? I didn't know Scizor could be that strong. He became stronger? I never thought he would be able to be that strong, to get through that. Because last time when we tried in the park, he couldn't even... Yeah.
Ah, the Tempting Fragment, you're mine at last! The objective has been achieved. Now we detach a control room as planned.
Yes, sir. Farewell, sir. Man, the thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. The main thing right now is rescuing you and the little lady. I can't believe this is happening.
Now then, very, very long before Sizzle discovers what he's lost and comes after me. You know I will be a coffin. May it lie buried here in the deep sea forever. Farewell, Sizzle.
What the fuck? Oh, he's escaping. What is it?
Don't tell me there's another thing you've forgotten. The torpedo, it's like, well, you've heard of a missile before, haven't you?
Yeah, sure. But a different missile readily comes to mind.
Looks like he plans to sink the submarine with the thing. This is not good. You have to do something before the tornado is fired.
Press the lever. It's gonna launch.
Don't worry, we can still find a way to stop it. If the torpedo gets launched, we just have to stop it from detonating, right? It's still something we can do. I hope.
What was the hope of the end of part of the scroll around this instance? What? Oh my god. Fucking mouths inside. I came along for the ride without giving it too much thought, but was this really the best move?
I think so. Just have to keep it from going off, right? Should have supported little rat will thank us too.
How in the world did it get in here? Move down. Upwards joined. Speed will explode. Uh-oh, gotta be careful. flip this to the side. That's right, we're gonna flip it that way.
Well, this one's very heavy enough to turn the whole torpedo over. Now for the safety device.
Right. Sizzle can stop those things now? Like, she was never able to before. There, we clamped the safety device on.
We did, that's to keep the torpedo from exploding. There's just one problem.
Problem? What's that?
The torpedo's still going to impact. We can't do anything about that.
Uh-oh. Why didn't I press the button when it was flying around, like, far away? Should've done that instead.
What was that noise?
Looks like the torpedo's still at the submarine.
It looks like the submarine's okay. This changed everybody's faith, including little rats. So that's all we did it.
Ooh. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Whoop-bye!